Second Nature for Children is in the house. Coach, how you doing?
Great, man. How was
Man, I'm doing absolutely great. It's the month of May, so it's mental health month. So we're gonna even though every day we should be working on our mental health, but you know how they
True.
pick certain things out, during the
Yeah.
course of the year. And so we have definitely approached and have definitely hit this month of mental health. So we're gonna have to definitely be talking about some things about our mental health because we struggle in that area. So definitely, family, as you come into the house, make sure you subscribe. We're working to get 500. We're gonna do 100 at a time. So we're working to get 500 subscriptions. Make sure you share this information. Tell your friend, mama, daddy, cousin, whoever, to subscribe to the channel. Get this information. Live by this information. If you see some which way that this information that we're giving cannot help you, shoot me a comment and let me know, because if this information Coach and myself is giving out can't help you, you're in trouble. You're in big trouble, because like Coach always say, we just simply talking about life, and that's
That's
what
it.
yeah, and
Life, yeah.
that's what we live in. And then, like I say, I like to come with facts. So I'm telling you that the information that we're giving out will definitely help you along your journey that you're on. And we're going to talk about that today. Before we get started, though, Coach, I want to thank you for coming on. I know you're on vacation, so for you to take it.
No problem, man. I mean, well, like I said, this is like second nature. I mean, really it is. It don't matter where I am, as long as I can get that Wi-Fi connect, it's on point. You ain't gotta worry about that. But yeah.
So I definitely appreciate it. Where you located this time? What's your 20, they say? What's your location?
I'm in St. Martin.
St. Martin.
Yeah, on the Dutch side. Yeah, they got the French and the Dutch side. I'm on the Dutch side.
So you're on the Dutch side. So did you learn
Mm.
any I know you was talking about picking up some of that
No,
language.
well, a lot of people speak English here, so
Okay, okay.
a lot of people speak actually two, three languages.
Oh wow. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, that's yeah. But I definitely got to get into that, man.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah.
Well, that's a good thing. We'll talk a little bit about that too as well, because that's something you like to do, something you enjoy doing. And you said every year you get the opportunity, you're gonna travel across the water somewhere, and that's
Yep.
what and that's what you enjoy doing. And I hope that the family that's listening, whatever it is in life that you want to do or you enjoy doing it, I hope that you get the opportunity to do it. Every day of my life, Coach, I get to do what I love to do every day of my life. So I'm truly blessed. So I have no complaints. And this is the first full week of this month. So we're in our challenge week. So I hope that
Yep.
the challenge has been going well. I haven't heard anybody who have taken any challenges to let me know, hey, I appreciate you. I did something for 7 days and I kicked it off, and I continued it, and I can see the difference in my life. So make sure during the course of this week, you take these 7 days from now, we're really from Monday through Sunday, and do something that you've been probably procrastinating about or something you've been wanting to get started. But take a challenge this week and see how it works for you. So let's get right to it. Coach, I want to talk to you, and I'm gonna give, and you can give whatever you want to give, but I'm gonna give 7 ways, and it's more, but for time restraints, I'm gonna give 7 ways Blacks can survive their journey.
Hmm.
Doing my daily dealing with people, it's a lot of people struggling from conversations that I'm having with a lot of people. And just from a brief conversation with them, I can see that if they just made this little adjustment right here, or did this or did that, or some of us can make such bad decisions that we're just in trouble, and it may take a minute or two for us to get out of it, because making that change mentally, especially the older you get, a lot of times it's a little harder for us. And that's why I was saying we need to take challenges. We need to start realizing that something is wrong so that we can fix it. And so I'm gonna give 7 facts. 7 facts. I guarantee you that if they tune into these 7 facts that I'm gonna give, that it'll begin to change their life. And the reason this information that we give and we come out every week espousing this information, it'll never get old. It'll never get old, because if you're hearing it and it's like, okay, well, I heard that, but then the thing is, what are you doing? What are you doing? Just because you hearing it don't mean nothing. What Coach and myself is talking about, it comes with action. You got to put forth the action. This is not your entertainment on YouTube where you sit down and listen to gossip, then you just go live the way you want to live. Now we saying and giving advice. That's all. We just giving our advice on some things, and whether you take it or not, that's on you. But that can help change your life for the better. So that's on you. So let's do it. When we talk about ways, I'm gonna take a couple of these words to make sure we define them so we can be, we have a reference, we can be on the same page with it. When we talk about ways, I'm giving 7 ways. So we're talking about a habit. I'm talking about custom, ways. I'm talking about a movement forward motion, ways you should be doing something, ways. When we talk about survive, we talk about live longer than, remain alive. And I'm talking about through difficult times. A lot of us, we're having some difficult times right now in our lives. And when I'm talking about the journey, I'm talking about every day we moving from one place to another place. Our life is moving from one place to another place. We're experiencing in our life one season to another season. And a lot of us, and I did the video on how we are connected to the universe, how our life changed just like the universe. And if we can get that understanding, it'll definitely give us a better understanding of why we might be going through certain things in life. And we're getting older, and we should be maturing. We should be. That's definitely one of the that's definitely one of the problems that we're having, because we should be getting older and maturing, and we're not. So let's get it. I want to do number 1. The number 1 way to survive this journey is that learn the foundation of living, which is learning how to balance your mind, your body, and your soul. And what I mean by a lot of us are off balance, we're trying to survive. So a lot of us are just trying to get that money. We're trying to get that money. We're trying to survive. So a lot of times when you're trying to get that money, we have to be careful with our soul and our character and our integrity, because we're liable to do anything when we're just trying to get that money. When we're just trying to get that money, then a lot of time when we're just trying to get that money, we'll forget about our health. And we have to be very careful with that. I'm in better shape and better health than my doctor. My doctor just grinding, but I'm trying to tell him, listen, you got to take care of yourself physically as well. You just grinding. So, and when you think about the foundation, when I'm talking about the mind, the body, the soul, your life is under those 3 umbrellas. So wherever you're going through, you're dealing, either you got some type of health issue going on, either you got some type of mental issue going on, or either you got some type of spiritual issue going on. That's about it. On the nut, that's about it. So the number 1 thing, if we want to survive this journey and live a more healthier life, we got to make sure that we learn how to balance the mind, the body, and the soul. And I'm gonna tell you something. Here's a fact. And from the communities that I deal in, a lot of us are not even working on our mind, our bodies, and our souls. A lot of us not even working on, neither one of them. That's sad. You're gonna always self-destruct if you're not working on your mind, your body, and your soul, and learning how to balance them off. Coach, every time I give one, if you want to give something in, you can, or however you want to
No, you
do
go
it.
ahead, man. You go ahead. I chip in later. You go ahead.
Number 2, we need to connect to the immaterial part of ourselves. And that's having a relationship with that which dwells within you. Nothing to do with religion. It's something in you that dwells because you are alive, and not just because your heart beating. You can have times where it's like, man, something told me this, or something told me that, So that lets you know, yeah, it's something that's dwelling, that's inside of you, that's trying to get you to do the right thing. Because I know if you can live long enough, all of us can experience that. Damn, some told me not to do that, or some told me to go this way, or to do this or do that. So it lets me know that number two, if we can connect, see, we have no power because we are disconnected from what we need to be connected to. Get a family just a second to think about that. So number two, that if you want to survive this journey, you got to learn how to connect and build a relationship with that which dwells within you. You want to know why you're having a rough time? You're disconnected. Something to think about. Number three, we have to learn, and I want you to get this one, we got to learn how to fight. I come from boxing. So you got to learn how to fight, because every day we face an adversity. Every day. It may seem like everything is going okay. That's if you're making good decisions, if you're doing this, if you're doing that, okay. But believe me, that negative side, it just ready to throw something in there. As soon as you slip, it's ready to throw something in there. And you got to know how to fight. You got to learn that we have to develop a fighting spirit, because this road can get rough sometimes.
And not necessarily on account of something you did or didn't do. It could be somebody else. Because if you're working them folks' job and they decide, hey man, we need to cut back. Case in point, UPS supposed to be laying off for 20,000 people.
I saw that.
Okay, so what do you do?
I saw that.
And that's why we're talking about setting up a cushion, living below your means, all of that. Now you got to do the things that's beneficial to you before anything pops up. You got to protect yourself before anything pops up. You know what I mean? You got to think like that, through 2, 3 steps ahead, man, because in this game or this journey called life, there's a lot of things that are affecting us, are going to affect us, and we have no control over it. But we can control how we react to it. We can control, you know, how our situation is when this occurs. So, okay, man, this blow ain't gonna be too heavy because I'm good. My defense was already up anyway. You know, you talking about boxing. My defense was up already. You know, that was a punch I didn't expect, but I'm a cushion it because I'm good over here. You know what I mean? Financially, what have you. It's a lot of stuff, man. I really don't think people look at life the way they ought to. I think most people look at life in a way that they were programmed to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you reach a certain age, this is what you do. When you get in a relationship, this is what you do. Okay, I get that. That's your parameters. But you as an individual, you know, don't you think it's more to than that? Don't you think that might be wrong? This might be right for me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So just saying all to say, man, you got to work in your defense, man.
Mm-hmm.
In every aspect, you got to work in your defense.
And
But go ahead.
No, and by you saying that, and you're talking about a certain way of thinking, you got to have that just in case mindset. You got to have, and that's one thing a lot of us don't have. You got to have that just in case mindset, because you working on these folks' job and you just spinning and grinning. You can go in there anytime, and them folks can just let you go. Are you ready for that battle? Are you ready for that fight? What you gonna do next? Have you put enough, coach say, have you put enough up that you can live for 6 months until you recover, or try to get it together to see what you're gonna do? Because most of us, that if we lose our job, oh man, we don't have enough in the bank to carry us for 6 months. Some of us don't have it, to pay the bills to the next paycheck.
Next month, yeah. That's real too. That's real,
for the next month. So we got to do better, and we got to do better with our money. And see, that comes up under that mindset when I'm telling you about the mind, because that's your decision making. We got to make better decisions. And we got to have that mindset, what if? So I'm not saying you got to live in fear, but you got to make smarter decisions. You know, you're not a dummy. We know you know right from wrong. Like I used to tell the prisoners all the time, whether you know about the religion that I'm coming in here to minister to you about, you know right from wrong.
Yeah.
So we got to do better, and we got to learn if we want to survive this journey. We got to build a tough skin, and we got to stop being so sensitive and emotional, and we just got to learn how to fight and make better decisions. Whether you know it or not, it's a violent struggle every day. It's a contest every day. It's a battle that we face daily. And we have different struggles. You understand? Whatever you're dealing with, whether it's alcohol, whether it's drugs, whether it's the club, what you know, whatever your vice may be. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You got to learn how to fight that battle. That's a battle, whether you know it or not, because it could be it could be self-destructing to you. Your behavior could be self-destructing. It could be something that you need to be fighting against. But it got you though. It's winning. We all have that. We all have an adversity that we deal with every day. That's just like coaching myself. Shit, we could be out doing anything. Shit, just like everybody. We could be out wilding out. But yeah, we could be, but we choose not to wild out, and we got to get to that point where we choose not to wild out, and every day we got to be ready for whatever happened, and we got to be ready to fight. We got to be ready to fight. Now, when I get to number 4 right here, I'm not dealing with religion, because this is for everybody. And the religious people have taken these words and put these words into religion. But the words was there before religion. Number 4, you got to pray. I don't care. You don't have to believe. I don't care who, because I don't want you to be in the mindset. Here we go with the mind. Or that when he speaks of praying, he talking about, oh, this God thing, this religious thing. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Whether you are a religious person or not, you need to have a spiritual communion with your belief, whatever it is. Ain't got nothing to do with religion. You ain't got to go to, ain't nobody told you to go to church. Ain't told you to believe in Jesus, believe in Allah, believe in Buddha. But you got to understand this right here. Just like I said earlier, there's a dwelling. There is something running this universe. You're not running it. You're not running it. And when I'm talking to you about prayer, and I'm saying you got to have that spiritual communion, and you got to believe whatever it is. You got to build, like I said, you got to build that relationship with it. For as I'm concerned, spiritual connection is personal. You don't have to talk to nobody about it. You just make sure that you go and take that meditation time, and you spend time with your inner. I ain't about it. You don't have to go to church. Ain't nobody told you to go to church. They ain't doing that in the church anyway. That ain't what I'm telling you. I'm telling you that you got to have a personal relationship. Prayer means just to communicate to wherever God that you believe in. You believe in something. If you're doing something positive, it's something that's driving you to do something positive, because you could be doing something negative. So whatever that is, you make sure that you keep that connection and you stay tapped into that which dwells you, what keeps you going. You take that time to yourself, and you have a personal relationship with that which dwells within you. You got to pray. That's just your communication to that which dwells within you. That's your meditation time. That's your getting away time. That's your sitting in nature time, looking up at the sky, looking at the cloud, looking at the trees, enjoying the oxygen, enjoying life. Just get people out. The Bible says shut the door to whatever's going on. Just shut the door and just relax. And make sure that if you want to survive this journey, it'll do so much to help you that if you build that relationship with that which dwells within you. Nothing to do with religion. It's about having a spiritual communion. I want you to think
I'm
about
about to,
that.
I was
Go ahead
about to
on.
say, and because of how people are programmed, I can see them pushing back or not even taking that in because they're so programmed to move this way, for so long, for generations. You know what I mean? And that's all they know, you know.
And by
So,
you saying that, I want to make sure, and that's why I put reference to, I'm not talking about religion when I talk about pray, because you're right, when people hear pray or prayer, the first thing they think about is the church. That's the first thing. So it has nothing to do with church was when it's telling you about having that communication, that intimate talk with that which dwells within you. Now, if you, whatever religion you are, that's your belief, that's on you. But see, everybody is not subscribed to a religion. So I want to let them know as well that your prayer and their prayer is really the same prayer. But you got so many people in the church, they so accustomed to a prayer till they really don't understand the true connection and being and having that spiritual communion. That's why folks better hear what I'm saying. This is real. Oh man. Number 5, here we go again. When I say you have to be born again, I'm working to speak to the religious people and the people that are not religious. Because it simply means that you have to change. That's all it means.
change, yeah. You got to change. That's it.
It simply
Become
means
new. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's
New
and,
mindset, new thinking. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
and that's one of the biggest problems that we have, and why we're not surviving, because we won't make the changes that we need to survive. I want them to marinate on that number 5. There are changes that you have to make that'll put you in a better place, that if you don't change, it can put you in a worse place. A lot of us, and I did the video, pull it up on, a lot of us are afraid to change. But you got to change. Think about that. And you got to remember this right here. In your life, if you want to survive this journey, and we talk about this a lot of times, it's a renewing time. It's a time that you got to renew some things. I know you've been doing it the same old. I know. I know you got accustomed to doing it that way and doing it this way and doing it that way. But it goes with the changing, and we got to know when it's time to renew something. I need you to think about that, because there's something that you got in your life. It's so stale and it's so old, but you still trying to hold on to it, and it's time to renew it. And it got you at a point where your journey is real rocky right now, when it could be smooth, but you won't renew what need to be renewed. And that's being connected to the universe, because in the universe, it's always a renewing season. And as a human being, you're connected to the universe. And as a human being in your life, it's always going to be a time where something has to be renewed. And if you're trying to hold on to it, it's going to cause a lot of disturbance in your life. That's facts. It's a time you got to give something, like Coach said, someone up.
Yep.
If you want to survive this journey,
Mm.
you know, whatever your vice is, because we have vices. But I want to tell you, I need you to think about it. And it's something you've been thinking about anyway, but you just haven't let it go. You're struggling with it. Yeah, you know you need to let it go. Whatever it
I,
is.
I make it real simple, man. To whoever this is for, you know the rate you're going and the way you're going straight over that cliff. You know that. You gonna wait until the last minute to jump off. Okay. I hope you make it.
Mm.
But you know. You know. You know, man. So hey, don't wait until the last minute. You know you're going over the cliff. So your choice, man. Your life, your choice. So
I hope they listening to you. I hope they listening to you. And I hope they hear this right here. It's a time to take a break from something
mm.
or someone.
Yes, sir.
Whether you go back or whatever, that's on you. That you got to sit there as an individual. It's on you. But I want you to hear this. It's a time for you to take a break from something or someone.
That comes down to that truth, man. When you and that constant assessing your life. Is this where I want to be? Is this how I want my life to be? I know I'm better than this. What do I do? You got to have that conversation with yourself, man. That's your business, nobody else's business. You know, man, you got to have that conversation. You rather hurt your feelings or somebody else's feelings? I'm saying, I know it comes to that point. I've been in this life long enough to know you might have to make a decision, and it's simple. You prefer to hurt your feelings or their feelings. You got to decide that. You know, is they more important to you than you to yourself? You got to decide it, man. All we talking about is life. You cannot tell me you live this life and you will not find yourself in a predicament similar. Come on, man. Come on now.
Mm.
So your choice, people, your choice.
I'm going to share this with them, coach. Somebody is going through a rough time right now. Somebody is going through a rough time, and I want to share this right here. That rough time is a seasonal time where it's not coming to break you down, but it's coming really that if you learn how to fight through it, you learn how to make that connection, it's a time where it'll bring the beauty out of you. It's a hot time. Just like I said in one of the videos, it's just like taking a firework. And when you see a firework, it's just simply cardboard and gunpowder. And it's sitting there and you just see, what is this right here? But the only way I can see the beauty that's inside of it is that I put some fire to it.
Yep.
Some of us are in a hot time in our life right now, and it didn't come to break you down. It came so we can see and you can see the beauty that you possess inside. Man, they got to hear that, coach. Number 6, you got to have faith. You got something you want to say, coach?
No, I was just thinking, I'm thinking of what we're talking about and what I told you, I think maybe 1 or 2 episodes before, where I start go back and listen to what we're talking about, man. It's like, man, if they could just gravitate to that, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
If they can just gravitate to that, man, that's it.
It's
That's
profound,
it.
coach. It really is.
That's
And
it.
I go back and listen myself, man. It's really profound. So we got to have faith. And like I said, we're not talking about religion. We're talking about the word. And that's belief without proof. That's the trust. And you have to believe in yourself.
Mm.
I'm going to say that one more time.
Mm.
you have to believe in
Mm,
yourself. You
mm.
got to have faith in you. When you're dealing with faith from within, you have to push to knowing and begin to take the action that it takes to achieve whatever it is that you have faith in. Man, sometimes you may put faith in what you believe in some circumstances that you may not have control of.
True.
But when it's something that you have control of, all you have to do is put action to your faith. You got to believe in you. You got to believe in you. And the Bible tells you in where Philippians 4:13 that you can do all things through, it says Christ or whatever religion you are, put your belief in that area, but you got to know that you can do all things through whatever that you believe in.
Yeah.
You got to know that. And make sure that when you make that connection, that which you believe in and that which dwells within you, that's what's going to give you your strength to carry on. That's what's going to help you fight. That's why if you go back and listen to this right here, you'll be able to connect everything we're saying together right now. They all go together. They all go together. If you learn the foundation of living, if you learn how to connect with that which dwells within you, if you learn how to fight against the adversary, if you learn how to pray, to have that intimate talk in that relationship, if you learn how to act on your faith, if you just believe until the point where you know that if you act on your faith, that whatever you believe in, you can do all things. You got to share this information. YouTube is not going to move it. What you going to do?
Mm.
YouTube is not going to move it.
I keep remembering you talk about the most dangerous information. You're right about that, man.
Okay, you can went.
Right
I can
about
went back.
that.
And, I can went back and check that out too. We did the video on the most dangerous information on
Yeah,
YouTube. A lot of folks didn't go out there and look at it.
you're
We
right about
missing
that.
it. This
Like,
which go ahead
yeah.
on, coach. Go ahead
I'm just
on.
saying, in life, everyone is at a different level, and just moving around, observing and listening to people. The majority of people are in a subpar place in their life. Not saying they can't get to that point, but they're not there because I can tell from the dialogue or whatever. I can tell they're in a subpar. You know what I mean? And information like this, you would think it would spark a little something, you know, to individual. Man, let me go a little deeper. Let me go a little harder. Let me be a little stronger. You know what I mean? Let me fight.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you would think, man. So, but yeah, that's every time I hear that, just being in the mix, it motivates me. I'm just put it like that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It motivates me, man. Just to be honest, that's all I'm trying. Yeah, it motivates me. So, come on, man. Yep.
And that's why I always tell you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart, that when you give that close out, man, I take it to heed. I don't care what nobody, if don't nobody else take it to heed, I hear it, I know it, but I have to make sure that I live it because it's a lot of us walking around. We know what we should be doing.
You
We know,
doing that? Yep.
we know, but
Yep.
but that adversary keeps us from doing it. See, we don't understand. We know if we drinking too much, we know. We know if we doing the wrong thing. We know if we making bad decisions. Now, some of us, I'm gonna be honest with you, our common sense factor is not high, and we have no damn clue. Shit, that's a fact, Coach. It's sad, but I deal when you go into different communities, man. See, I haven't left the community from which I grew up in. I mean, I don't stay there. but I go back there every day to work with the kids and to work with, the adults in certain communities. We so far behind to it, I just scratch my head sometimes, but at least yourself and we're trying to make a difference. And that's why I said earlier, this information would never get old, because just like you just said, what stage are you at? We're gonna have to do a video on that. What stage are you at?
Yeah.
Have you started taking care of yourself mentally, physically, spiritually? Have you? If you can get to that point, okay, now it's time for you to start helping your family good. Okay, now you got to come outside your neck. It's steps that you got to be taking, because look, there's the organization right now. I work with kids every day. Have you got to the stage where you know what? Let me cash out and support the organization. We not there. So this information would never get old because we're not acting on it. This is something that we have to be accountable for, and information that we have to act on. And I understand we're on YouTube. That's the problem, I understand, because people are on YouTube looking for entertainment. And when I'm saying you got to do something to be responsible or be accountable, they like, shit, let me click out there. I got to go to something else. So, family, I gave you the 7 ways that Blacks can survive their journey. And if you take heed, I guarantee you that road will begin to smooth out for you. I'm done. Coach, you got 2 minutes or so. You want to share something? I'm done.
I just use the analogy of a road trip, because most people drive. You know you're taking a long road trip, right? You can't wait until you're on the road and you worry, my man, is the tires good in this car? I know I should have, serviced the car. I got enough antifreeze, all of that now. I'm using that to say your body, your life, you're the car. And life is the journey you're taking. Take care of your body. Take care of, the vessel you have that's going to take you to this life. And everything else is going to take care of itself, man. It can't get more simple than that. Take care of the vessel. You take care of you, man. That's it.
Well, Coach, I'll tell you, that was a great analogy. And it went right with the topic for the journey, for this traveling. And just like you said, that was great, because we have to make sure that this journey that we're on, we got to gear up for this journey. You got to make sure that motor, that oil change, them tires ready. That was a great analogy. And we got to do the same thing with our bodies. We got to make sure our mind, our body, and our soul is ready for this journey. Coach, I'm done. You did that. I'm done with that. You did that right there. So appreciate you for coming through. I'm gonna take that right there and I'm gonna run with that right there. And I know I'm getting ready to go have a great week. So take care of yourself until we come back together. Yes, sir.
Okay, man. Take care.
Yes, sir.